Hi, everybody. It's Wednesday. How goes it? Hold on. Sorry, I got distracted. Hi, everybody. It's Wednesday. It's time for sprints. I hope everybody's having a good day. It's a rainy day out here in Los Angeles, so I'm just doing my best. um, yeah, it's been a day, but it's okay. It's cold and it's rainy. We had like a few days where it was like 80, 88 degrees. It was like a fall spring. We had a few nice days and now it's just cold and wet and awful. It was just me. I'm just grumpy about it. Anyway, hi everybody. It's Wednesday. Hey Sharon, how you doing? So, I don't know. We got two sprints as always. I gotta decide what I'm gonna do. I'm writing a video. I think I'm like at least 50% done writing said video, and I still have to film it because I'm going to put it out on Monday and I don't have it filmed. I know I procrastinate, but it'll get done. It'll get done. And I also have a book, so I think I'm going to split my time. I'm going to do maybe a 30-minute sprint doing writing for that video because the season 3 of Mayfair Witches prediction video. I had written most of it already and I cut it out of the last video. But we'll see. I don't know. We'll see how I feel about it. I'm gonna add extra stuff. And also I'm gonna start reading I Got Abducted by Aliens and Now I'm Trapped in a Rom-Com by Kimberly Lemming. Yay! This is like alien sci-fi romance adventure, but it's also kind of like The Wizard of Oz. Except she doesn't go up in a tornado. She gets beamed up into a spaceship on another planet. So, hi. That book's just it sounds wild and it's gonna be, but like that's why I love Kimberly Lemming. Hey Diana. Yeah, I guess it's everywhere. It's common. It's like early. It's almost spring, so usually this is like the rainiest times. Hey, Alicia, how are you? Hey, how are you, Lana? Wizard of Oz after you finish. I don't think I've actually read the Frank L. Baum. I loved the movie when I was a kid. That was like probably the movie I watched the most outside of like, I think it was The Wizard of Oz, The Little Mermaid, and Aladdin were like my jams. As like a really little kid, like I couldn't stop watching those. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I just watched The Wizard of Oz like a few months ago, and that was still fun. Hey, Jason. Finished Howling Dark and now reading Demon in White. Okay, very cool. Hello, well, good evening to you. Smarch. Lousy smarch weather. I don't know what smarch means. But yeah, I agree. Just got in from book shopping and a lunch self day. I love it. What did you get, Helen? Let us know. Did you get anything cool at the bookstore? I was The Wizard of Oz, Beauty and the Beast, and Sound of Music. There you go. I didn't see The Sound of Music till I was old enough to know World War II happened. So I think it was like probably 10. So maybe I was like, I don't know, I was old enough to have thoughts. And I'm like, this is a lot. No, I don't think I've seen it that many times. I liked Beauty and the Beast too. Oh, Simpsons Marsh. Okay, it's full of. There you go. Smarsh. Thank you for explaining. The Silent Patient. Ooh, all right. I mean, I've heard of that one. I haven't read it, but I know it's like popular. I could like see it in my brain. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm reading something on the polar opposite end of the spectrum from that. I got abducted by aliens and now I'm trapped in a rom-com. I am so excited for this one. Like I pre-ordered it. I love Kimberly Lemming. All of her books have like titles equally as long. I think the other ones were like The Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon, those ones. I love them. They are delightful. And I just want to read delightful things this year. And yeah, it's been reflected in everything I've been reading pretty much. I want to read rom-coms. Oh, that's for book club. Okay, Diana. So I think at least 10. Ooh, nice. I love it. I love it when I have credits at a bookstore. There you go. I mean, I went to college for theater and I know like musicals. I don't love music. I don't think I'm a musical theater nerd. I don't love a lot of them. I know the ones I don't like. Have you ever seen Carousel? What a piece of shit. And I will not accept any other answers. It is a terrible musical. It's like the equivalent of like in The Producers when they wrote Springtime for Hitler. Like that is the equivalent of Carousel, where I'm like, are they serious right now? It feels like they tried to write a flop on purpose because, like, fuck that musical. It is the worst, the literal worst. They have a whole song about like a clam bake, and you're like, you just sang about clams for like 5 minutes. And then they like romanticize domestic abuse, where he's like, oh, he slapped me, but it felt like a kiss. And I'm like, fuck, no, it didn't. Ah! And then like he's like ghost slapping people. There's ghosts too. What the fuck is Carousel? I hate it. I hate it. And I've seen it. I saw it twice because I had friends who were in a production of it. And then the main girl character, they alternated nights, and I went on the wrong night because I had a friend who was in another character, and then I knew that one of the girls that was doing the lead part. So I went to go see it. I thought I was going to get them both in 2 birds, 1 stone, and I didn't. So I had to go twice. So I thought that shit twice. Oh, and my friend who was in it, we went to the audition together because he's like, I don't want to go by myself. So I said, okay, I'll go with you to the audition. And we get there. And like, I didn't really want to be in this, but I was like, well, I guess I'll audition. I don't know any of the songs. Like, I'm like learning it right before I get on. And we had to do like a dance part of the audition. And it was a lift. So my friend, he goes to me like he's going to lift me. But the thing is, he doesn't really know how to do a lift. So he just, this is like one of those, it's funny now and it was funny then, but it's horribly embarrassing because he like literally just grabbed my skirt and pulled it over my head because he didn't know how to do a lift. So I'm just standing there, just skirt. Yeah. So that was a thing that happened in my life. Carousel had me pantsed in an auditorium. So yeah, I have a lot of beef with that show for multiple reasons. It's fine. It was funny when it happened. Like, cause like, what the fuck? It's so absurd. But it's also like I didn't want to show my ass to everybody in the theater. I don't know. It's funny at least. I don't know. I mean, I was also like 22 when that happened, and I was at my acting weight. So like my butt was like the best it probably ever looked. So I have that at least. So anyway, Carousel. It's a piece of shit. 30 books? Oh, brought in 30 books. You're unhauling 30. I'm like, oh my gosh, you brought them in from like your car? Yeah, I know, right? What? Someone wrote a whole musical. There's like an intermission in it. Like it's a long musical. How? It's so dumb. 100%. I will accept no other answers. Like if anyone's like, "Oh, it's my favorite musical," I would be highly suspicious of them. Like that is a red flag for me. Reading The Last Garden in England by Julia Kelly. That sounds fun, Lily. Singing in the Rain, okay. I'm sure this is about me getting pants in the auditorium. Yes, I know. I mean, it's funny now. Oh wait, oh, I skipped one. Oh no. Oh no. I'm so sorry, Caitlin. Well, I'm sending you all the good vibes for healing and everything. I hope like everything turns out okay. Doctors are kind of the worst sometimes, so sending you all the good vibes. I'm sorry you don't feel good. And also sending you more good vibes from Lily as well. I know, but so what if it is Rodgers and Hammerstein? I can't. Like, so they wrote some stinkers too. Yeah, I'm sorry. I've had that argument too. But like, it's Rodgers and Hammerstein, and I'm like, so doesn't mean it's good. The only lifting I did was the curtain. There you go. It's a lovely book. Oh, good. I'm glad you're liking it. Yep. But yeah, so everyone just learned something about me today. Yeah, it was. Oh, you wanted. Okay, I'll double down on the awkwardness of that situation. I was auditioning because with my friend because he wanted to audition because he did musical theater. I wasn't a musical theater person, and the person directing this musical, I had just done a show with, so he had just directed me in a regular play. So like I knew everybody there, and now everybody has seen my butt. These weren't strangers that like I'd never see again. These are all people like I saw again multiple times. Yeah, no, I was in a production of the importance of being earnest. No, it wasn't the importance of being earnest. What was it? No, I okay, never mind. That's another story. I wasn't this isn't that story. This is The Matchmaker, which is Hello Dolly, but like a play and not a musical. So I was in that, and this guy was directing me in that show, so he already knew me. And I show up and I'm unprepared. I already feel like an asshole because I'm like, I don't even know what the show's about. I'm here with my friend. And then my ass was out to everybody. So yeah. couldn't even couldn't even get away. Everyone's sending love. Sending all the virtual love again. I'm so sorry you don't feel well. But if you can laugh at my embarrassment, hopefully that'll help you feel a little better. That's all I can offer you besides vibes. Anyway, so we've been chit-chatting for like 12 minutes. Why don't we do our first sprint of the evening? I'm going to go back and forth between reading and writing a video, scripting my thoughts, so we shall see. So yeah, let me bring up Miles, our wonderful little duck friend. Let's see here. All right, there he is. Miles, my man. All right, everybody. 30 minutes starting now. Hello, everybody. Gently coming back from sprints. How did it go? I finished writing, I think, enough of my video that I could stop. And then I started reading. I got abducted by aliens, and now I'm trapped in a rom-com. I can't really laughing. I'm only on page 11. I just started reading it. But anyway, where were we? Hey, Caitlin. Negative flu, strep, and COVID. I mean, did you get checked for RSV? That's the only other thing going around right now. I guess there's like a pneumonia for layman's, but I don't know. I know they're giving out like vaccines for it, so maybe that. Hey, Maggie, how are you? 592 pages into Midnight Tides by Steven Erikson. Over 407 pages in the reread of Words of Radiance. Wow. You read all of the tomes. I'm glad that you're enjoying them, though. Hey, girl, how are you? We do have one more sprint after this. You are 100% correct. Read Midnight Tides and the rest of the Malazan books of the Fallen. Yay. Oh, good. People are vibing in the comments. Love it. The Bane Witch by Ava Morgan tonight. Love it. Nice. Love it. Got 1.5 chapters done. 60% in. Love it. So working on The Haunting of Room 904 is taking me a lot longer. Yeah, that's fair. Ooh, Thistlefoot. I love that book. It's very dark, though. If check trigger warnings, maybe, because there's some really heavy content. It deals with like the Russian pogroms of the early 1900s, which is basically like Holocaust light. So there's a lot of bad things going on in that book, but it is incredible and so well written. But just be aware, quite dark at points. But anyway, hi. Yeah, it's a rough one to get through at points, but like it's so amazingly written. Like Jenna Rose Nethercott is like an auto-author for me. She hasn't written enough books. She wrote that book and she wrote a like collection of short stories that were also really fun. I'm like, I wish she just made them in the novels. But she's off doing her own thing, I guess. I don't know. I would love another book by Jenna Rose because that book is incredible. I was lucky because she came to LA once. When? I think like 2021, maybe 2022. I'm not sure. It was a couple of years ago. She came out and yeah, she came out to this bookstore and she brought like her puppets because she does puppets. So she told the story of like Baba Yaga with her puppets. So it was like a whole thing. And I was like, oh, I didn't know I was getting a puppet show. So anyway, really cool stuff. Read a chapter and a half. Okay. Sun Eater novella, Queen Amid of the Ashes. Okay, Jason, I hope you're enjoying them. There's a lot of different things. I'm done getting to Thistlefoot this year. Well, you don't have to. It's dark. It's a dark book, but like it's also good. My vibe this year. Okay. Reading Boat People, which is about the Tamil refugees fleeing Sri Lanka. Yeah, that yeah. Obviously, that already seems like you're gonna like it would just make people cry. But yeah, no, I'm like the opposite. I want fluff. I want like rom-coms and I want fun stuff and I want to have a good time. So I've just been reading like rom-coms for the most part. I'm gonna be rereading a book. I don't usually reread, but it's happening. Which is it? A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon by Sarah Hawley, which I loved. And I've talked to a couple, actually, they're here today, Alicia and Helen. I've talked them into reading it. So we're going to read it together. I'm going to reread it. I rarely reread. Yeah, it's heavily suggested. So we're going to read it together. 29 pages left of my 80s sci-fi. Okay. Say we got into what does it mean to be human? Oh no. Yep. That's like you got into a philosophical debate, but I guess that's like a lot of things. I don't know. It makes me feel like it's a little bit like the Odyssey. I don't know. I have no idea what you're reading, but like that's kind of one of the themes in there. So I'm like, yeah, you think it's just gonna be like a cool story or adventure, but it's really like, am I a monster? Even though like I don't think Odysseus is smart enough to like have those thoughts. Yay! Just finished A Witch's Guide. I love it. Did you like it? You said you finished it, but let me know if you liked it. Because like I've been pushing this book on people because I think it's really good. It's a fun series. Sarah Holly is like author for me. And funny enough, someone told me about her books in a live show, and that's how I found out about them. Live shows, babe. They're the greatest. They're the greatest in the world. I read those years ago. I'm not reading them now. I read those in 2022 or 2023, so it's been a minute. Not reading them now. I did read something by Anne Rice, and I didn't like it. So for the most part, I am reading like fun books that I like, just rom-coms and stuff, and trying to not read things that I don't vibe with, doing my own thing this year. Yay. Yay. Okay. Okay. I feel better. Because, like, what if I tell everybody you have to read this and then they don't like it? And then I'm scared about it because I'm like, they're not going to be my friends anymore. Okay. So, one vote of confidence. I'm happy. Thank you. Finished Size and Sparrow. I finished it yesterday. Oh my goodness. I'm glad. It was probably my least favorite of the trilogy, although they do set up a spin-off. I don't know if you read the bonus chapters at the end of it because they do set up one, and I'm like, oh, you left that door open for one more book, didn't you? So I don't know. She might write another one. At least she like conspicuously left a door open for one. And yeah, I don't know. Scythe and Sparrow was probably my least favorite. Just because a lot of it took place during the other two books, so we had already seen those events. So seeing them again, it's kind of like, well, yeah, we already saw that happen in that book, and we saw this happen in that book. So they add things into the story, but like a lot of it we already knew. So I don't know. For me, it was probably my least favorite. Not that I didn't like it, but it was just kind of like, okay. Maybe. I don't know. Slightest of spoilers, there is a character from the first book. We only meet them briefly. But it's a character that Sloane saves from a bad guy, and she was still alive. And she is kind of brought back up at the end of this book. It's the vaguest I can make it because I don't want to be too spoilery because people get mad about spoilers. I don't, but people do. And but yeah, they wrote a whole chapter from her POV. So I'm like, oh, I don't know if it was just closure we were getting here, but like no one asked for closure. And then like, why would they put it in? So I feel like there might be another book cooking. We'll see. Or spin-off or just like a book 4 that they weren't expecting. Who knows? You'd have to find, I don't know. When I first, okay. The only character that I could think of that we have met kind of would be like the tech guy that Lachlan uses, because he use like a tech guy to like look up information about people, and we haven't really like met him, but like he exists, and like I don't know, wildly speculating. I mean, I just wrote a whole script for a video about speculating about season 3 of Mayfair Witches, which who knows if they're even getting, because most shows get 2 seasons and then Yeah, usually that's the cutoff. It's either sink or swim at this point. And right, I'm like, oh, they weren't swimming this season. So I don't know if they're gonna get a season 3, but I figured why not wildly speculate just in case. Yeah, it was fun. It was just like, oh, I'm seeing things I've already seen before, so and I'm like, I don't know if I enjoyed the circus aspect of it. I'm like, okay, you're putting cotton candy in places you shouldn't be putting it. That's all I'll say. It's just like, no, honey, you're gonna get an infection. Don't put that there. It's a romance novel if anyone wanted to know. Yeah, so anyway, moving on. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, I don't know. But my train of thought is gone now that I brought up cotton candy and how they defiled it in the book. So why don't we go ahead and do another sprint on that note? So here's Miles. I'm going to bring him back into the fold. Here you are, my friend. All right, everybody, 30 minutes starting now. okay, I had like, sorry, coming back from sprints gently. I had like a page left, so I took a little extra time. But I just got to chapter 5, so I am 56 pages into I got abducted by aliens and now I'm trapped in a rom-com. It's a fun one. I've laughed out loud several times. There's a talking lion and lots of aliens, so a lot's going on in it. But let's see where we were in the chat. And not to eat with these bugs. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. They were talking about Scythe and Sparrow still. Yeah, because I'm like, the tech guy, like, maybe. I don't know. I don't know who I'd put her with, if that's even going to be a book, because like her boyfriend did get killed in that book. So she's grieving, but maybe. I don't know. I don't think she's the stabby type. She might be more meticulous type. She's very good at hunting them down, obviously. She found them, so who knows? Anyway, reading one romance novel. I actually really liked it. Yeah, one time I read a romance novel and they became intimate in a mummy tomb. I think that was probably the weirdest location I've read two people going at it in. Yeah, mummy tomb. They say romance is dead. Am I right? Yeah. Everyone present as well. Yep. Thank you, Victoria. I hope you're doing okay too. But anyway, yeah, there could be a spinoff of the, I think it's Villainous Love? Ruinous Love? What's that series called? You can look that up. I have like utensils to do so. Hold on, I'm looking it up because now I need to know. Scythe and Sparrow. The Ruinous Love trilogy we were talking about. La la la. It was my 12th book I read this year, so I'm doing okay. I set my goal as 50, so I'm not doing too bad. Usually I think by now I'd be like over 20 in the olden days when I was reading a lot more. And now I'm just like, I'm gonna be just casual in my reading. Hey Larissa. Sorry, Record of a Spaceborne Fez. Oh, Becky Chambers. I love. Hope you're enjoying. I've only, what was that book called? A Long Way, a Small Angry Planet, or whatever that one was. Crap. I know things sometimes. A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. I was close. Yeah, I've read that one. I haven't read anything else. Queen Amid Ashes, because 2.5 fitting itself between Howling Dark and Demon and White. Okay. Takes off Fast and Furious. Nice. Space opera and fantasy. I love that. That sounds great. Got one more chapter read. Tech discussion coming back from the fridge. I mean, sometimes that happens. I'm glad you got another chapter read. Anyway, whew. I'm tired. And yeah, I got a lot to do. I'm gonna finish reading tonight. I need a film, but I need to go to the gym. My shower broke, so I can't take a shower, and I don't want to like film with my hair this gross. So like I'm clean enough, just my hair isn't. So I need to go to the gym and take a shower. So there's that. No one needed to know that about me. Like my body's clean, but like I didn't wash my hair before it broke. So here I am with dirty hair. But anyway, so I have to do that, and then I have to make dinner. So I got a lot to do today. But anyway, on that note, I will talk to you guys next time. Hold on. There's a little bit more. I just saw a bunch come in. Same series. Done 13 for the year. Right in the middle of 4 right now. Oh my goodness. So we're like neck and neck right now. Yeah, same. Like it was on Sunday when I was editing. All of a sudden I was like, what is happening? Because I went in the bathroom and it has like a black rug on the floor. So I didn't notice that the whole bathroom was flooded. And I was like, what is happening? It was like a whole thing. So like one bathroom flooded, and then hours later the other bathroom flooded. So now we just had no bathrooms at all. So luckily they fixed like the toilets and sink, and then like, oh great, everything's fixed. No, then the shower broke right after they left. So we're like, what is happening? They came back and they told us what was wrong with it. It's an easy fix that frankly, like, it's cheaper if we do it ourselves. But anyway, this happened like late yesterday, so Greg is fixing it. But the stuff, we had to put silicone. No one needs to know all this. We had to put silicone on it. It needs 24 hours of cure, essentially. So like, that's where I am in life, trying to get things together. Luckily, I had taken a shower before everything like went crazy. Wait, was that Sunday? When am I? This is Wednesday, right? Oh, that was Monday. Okay, because Sunday I was editing, and Monday was while I was working. There you go. So it's been a couple days. Luckily, I haven't like exercised or done anything sweaty. Anyone, no one needs to know about my showering habits right now. I can't. I'm gonna leave before I go down a rabbit hole. Okay. On that note, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me. And I will be back on Monday with a video, eventually when I film it soon. And I will be back again next Wednesday with more sprints. So I'll see you guys then. All right, goodbye.